Hello, welcome back, everybody. I'm your new host, Artemis. So yeah, you're stuck with me now. But no, we're actually gonna go back, pass it back over to Tea Party Cthulhu. They're doing Typing of the Dead. I will let you explain what's going on because I know nothing about this.
All right, we're in for a really fun ride with this game. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with this game. If not, I'm sure a lot of people are at least familiar with the House of the Dead 2, which is a classic arcade rail shooter series by Sega. The original House of the Dead was 96, and House of the Dead 2 was 98. This game was released in 99, originally in arcades. Yes, this was an arcade game. I recommend everybody look up the cabinet for this game because it looks hilarious. But instead of being a rail shooter, it's a typing shooter because that's a completely normal idea for Sega to put out. I'm joined here once again by my good friend Petra,
Hey.
who's really cool and is a complete expert on the Typing of the Dead.
Yeah, no, I just looked up the cabinet for it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. They aren't even like inside the cabinet at all. They're just like on top of it. On the
Like,
counter.
just glued on top of it, basically.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're so crazy. And the arcade version is Japan only, but this got ported to the West on Dreamcast, and this is the PC version we'll be playing because of load times. Here's my really cool settings, but I'm ready to start with arcade mode, if everybody else is ready.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. All right, we're going to be starting story mode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So beginning of this game is pretty simple. We're just going to play the game. A lot of this game, how the route's going to work is you can restart the game. I didn't know this at first, but you can restart the game by pressing Alt and F2. Our only requirements to actually beat the stages is not a single segment category. So we're going to be restarting the game quite a bit to refresh our continues and health and stuff. But the reason for that is that most of all the strats in this game, what we're going to be doing is something called rank control. If you're not familiar with arcade games, what rank is basically the adaptive difficulty in the game. I don't know what game actually coined this term. Not many use it in-game. The only one I can think of that actually uses it in-game is like Doronpachi Saidaiyojo, but it's basically the adaptive difficulty. And we're going to try and keep the difficulty curve as low as possible for the obvious reason of we want to type less words because it's faster. We also will not be saving a lot of people in this run because them dying is faster, like this guy.
Yeah.
If you like saving people, I'm sorry. We will not be doing a lot of that. We're also going to be... well, actually, we'll be getting that in a second. Jeez, bloodstains. Contrary to every other marathon run I've ever done in this game, we're actually skipping all the cutscenes this time. Yeah, the phrases get very long by the end. So here's a mission. It's like cool little minigame stuff. We're going to be failing all of them because it's faster.
Yeah. I love characters' voices in this game.
This is classic Sega arcade.
Really great.
Sega in the late 90s in arcades were like so crazy. You can see, just look at how many games they made, and it's so like, how did they make that many games with all their studios? So here's another one. We just let this lady die. Sorry. If she survives, she goes and opens the other door. Oh, here's the most infamous line in this whole game, so I'll let this one play out. There's everybody's favorite line in the game.
And here's the first boss.
Yeah, here's Judgment. They're all based off of tarot cards. Kind of a tradition in the House of the Dead series. This boss is really normal. You just type the words. What's really neat about this game is that pretty much all the bosses have like completely unique gimmicks, which is what makes this game really fun. This game does have a lot of sound effects from PSO, but it's actually PSO has a lot of sound effects from this game because the House of the Dead 2 came out first. I'm pretty sure. Because the House of the Dead 2 predates the Dreamcast. Yeah, these are just typed words.
I love the words that this game gives you, and like the phrases that this game gives you. Some of them
There's
are like
so many too.
yeah.
Pretty much every single run, like there's like I have not seen like half of these.
Yeah, the words change every playthrough.
They are completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna restart, by the way.
Yep.
Okay, in my practice, I failed this at the first one, so, okay. I failed to save that guy in the car during practice, which is really embarrassing.
Need to hurry.
Because I basically had to restart the stage, because it wastes so much time.
Also, the player character, the guy you play as, is like just walking around with a keyboard around his
Yeah,
waist.
and a Dreamcast on his back, too.
Yeah, oh wow.
That's in every version, too.
Amazing.
Like, it's in... There's a Japan exclusive port to the PS2 for this as well. The Japanese version is actually significantly easier of this game. The only problem is, one of the bosses in particular is pretty much impossible unless you know Japanese. So, if you're me, that's good, but if you're anybody else, it's bad. But yeah, the Japanese version is actually significantly easier, and is much easier 1cc than this game. This game is like an infamously hard 1cc. We're gonna get hit by this, because we're setting up our health for an intentional game over. I think he actually throws one less axe as well.
What?
If you get hit. Don't pick that up. I always make that mistake. And then we game over on the bat. Or I get... Actually, as an owl. I have it as a bat in my notes, which is not correct. There are bats later in the game. We're going to use a lot of that. So here's route difference. You can take this key, but we're not going to be doing that because it's faster to not take it.
Like they...
Okay, skip this cutscene. I always forget the route, so I actually have the route open on a text document. We want to get hit by these leeches twice, actually. We want to be at 1 health for another intentional game over. We're going to be abusing this so much. Because every single time you restart, you go back to 5 credits. There's only 2 stages we will not be restarting on. Here's another lady that I failed to save in practice one time. It doesn't waste that much time, though. So see, like, normally if we were playing, like, normal, these would be, like, full sentences by this point.
Oh, like,
But now they're just...
like doing it as fast as possible each time and not...
Yeah, not getting hit at all. And like getting a lot of perfect bonuses. You see a little bar above the perfects. It's bonus bar. If it fills up by you getting enough perfect, oh, we're gonna let this girl die too. If it fills up by getting enough perfects, you get an extra life, which can actually mess with some strats in this game. I had that happen a few times. Might happen during this run. And we're gonna get hit by these and game over. Okay, we're not gonna mess this up this time because I did this sometimes in practice. We let the guy on the boat actually die. We will not be saving very many people. There's like 2 people that we save in this home run. We're almost to the second boss. We have 2 more enemies to take out. Chainsaw Earl 1 and Chainsaw Earl 2. What? Harry, we'll talk later. Here's Hierophant. There's neat strat. Not really strat, it's just do the boss as fast as possible. You can... If you do these really well, you can get them all in 1 cycle. I got kind of bad luck for when that one started, so it was really hard. If you're on the other Hierophant fight, which is if you took a different route through the stage, these are really hard to get 1 cycles on. It's a pretty bad Hierophant so far, because I'm missing a lot of these because I'm talking at the same time.
It's a cool boss fight. I like the gimmick of this one.
Before he hits you. And also, the huge part of the route difference by not taking that key is we would fight this boss in a different location. He would actually have a very, very long animation where he swims and jumps up on a bridge for these last 2 hits. Now we restart again. Okay, I always mess up the route on this stage in particular. So we want to get hit by this guy. Yeah, it's basically just all creative uses of game overs and stuff in this game. And I'm not gonna mess this up, I'm reading this. Don't grab that. Sometimes I always forget to save this guy.
Nice.
Mumbo Jumbo. And then we want to get hit by one of these guys. So you can see the phrases are getting really long and complicated already.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna want a rank down really quickly, which we're gonna get right here. Which we get hit by one of the axes. Actually, it's a spatula. We don't want to get hit by this guy. I had to think for a second. We're going to get hit by one of these barrel throwers. And then these fish will pop out and we want to get hit by them as well. And I'm not going to mess this up. This is another one I've messed up a lot. I want to pick up the right power-up and not the left. The left is an extra life, and the right one is a tranquilizer, which makes the zombies weaker. There's a bunch of random power-ups like that in this game. That's how you see all the phrases are like super tiny. Game over on the bats, because there's a mission right here that we get to skip. These are the best parts of the run because they're my drink breaks. We're coming up to my favorite boss, actually. Oh, here's another fun guy. We just let this guy die because it's faster. Here's the best boss in the game. This is Tower. This is probably one of the more well-known bosses. This guy is super cool because he is a quiz show. He will ask you questions and you have to type the correct answer from the answer choices. And a lot of them are really trolly answer choices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Find the constellation Big Dipper. I just kind of scan and hope that I find the right one first. Neck. I got really lucky on that one. It was the first one that I read. Christmassy. Jolly fat guy. Okay. Name the girly thing. Gossip. Not oysters. Anastasia. Considered junk food. Hot dog. Okay, that was a very good Tower 1, but we're not done with Tower yet. If you're on 1cc pace on the other Tower fight, this is the hardest part of the entire game. Because one of these is so fast, you're basically guaranteed to get hit.
I'll get you.
So is my health right for this? Yes, my health is right. I'm supposed to have 2 health right now. I've been getting less perfect bonuses than usual, so... Sometimes I would be at like max health. This is one of the only stages where we will not restart because we want this set up for the health. The stage clear jingle is fantastic. I'm very sad we skip it in the run a lot. If you get top 10 ranking on a stage, you get extra health. Which, my scores are good enough now that it doesn't even matter.
Nice.
So here's in particular, we want to have our health set up right because we're going to fail the mission, then die pretty soon after. There's another very tricky part of the run coming up immediately, though. There's a guy that we're going to have to save right up here, and he's very easy to fail.
My lemon betrayed.
Here's this guy.
The sentences. The
Okay.
scheming.
It was an easy word to type. If you miss that guy, it loses a lot of time.
Help me! Help me!
I have failed it more than a few times. More times than I'm willing to admit. And we need to save this guy, because it's slightly faster. And here's the reason we set this up, is there are bats right here, and we want game over. And from then on, the stage is pretty much just normal.
My God.
So yeah, these would normally be like huge phrases by this point. But now they're just single words. And it saves like an incredible amount of time.
Very helpful.
Is this the Colosseum?
Okay, here we are at another very cool boss. I really like this boss a lot. Sadly, we skipped one of the most infamous cutscenes in the game right there. But we want to go fast. This is Strength. Strength will have you type out like huge passages. Some of them can be really funny. Actually, they're all really funny. Like, oh god. This is like the worst luck you could get to. Is getting this one in particular.
Oh yeah, I like this one. It kind of tells a story, this boss.
Yeah, that was pretty much the worst luck we could have gotten with that passage. Oh, this one is good. What's crazy is there are a ton of these too. Like, I haven't seen, I've seen these two before, but almost any time I play this, I see new ones. Let's see if we get a new one. Let's see if we get my favorite. Okay, we didn't get my favorite. Underneath their clothes, we all look funny naked. Alright, there's strength down. Want to reset. And go on to stage 5. We're going to be abusing a lot of damage stuff here. Like we are going to get hit by this first guy. And then we want to get hit by this second guy. And then we're going to be saving a little time right here. Attack the guy on the right, because his chest will explode. And we want to take potential game over. Because you can see all the phrases are like notably shorter now. This is kind of luck-based whether this will work, so I'm going to pick this up. Oh, it was a life. Okay, we want it to be a genre dictionary and not a life. It's going to slightly mess up the HP route. Actually, I can fix it right here. We want to get hit by this guy. And I'll just get hit by the next chest burster, too. And so now we're on normal health route. It's gonna be a little risky with this health route. I might play it a little safer on the last stage. So yeah, this is another classic video game thing. It wouldn't be a video game with us. Here's all the boss fights.
Yep.
If you're on 1cc pace, this fight is actually very hard. Down with Gravity is pretty good one. My favorite strength passage that we can get is one of them is the health and safety information for the game. That's my favorite one. I've only gotten it once. Type faster, faster is like the worst possible luck you could get, though.
At least we got to drive a cool car.
Alright, Zeal 2 is pretty hard. Well, usually, if you're on like 1cc pace, because he gets extremely fast. Okay, that was an okay judgment, too. Now that I'm on normal health rate, I won't mess this up. That's a weird phrase. I don't remember getting that one. Oh, we want to get hit by this guy. Because he's pretty fast. He doesn't actually lose any time to get hit. Here's Hierophant 2. This one's actually easier than the first fight, I think. It's a lot easier to get some fast one cycles. Yeah, that zombie driving a car is like, I don't like why. Here you can see we got like all one cycles, so it was pretty easy. I think my health route is okay. I might play it a little safer and not take some intentional damage here. I don't know, I had some good fights in practice against this next boss. But this next boss is the make or break of either a speedrun or a 1cc run.
Too bad. You're better off that
Well, my rank is actually a lot lower than usual. Okay, I don't think I'll get hit then. I'll play it a little safer than usual. Because there is a very real possibility that we get to the end of this run and die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
So I'll just take that continue instead. We would actually be at slightly lower health than usual right now. We'd be at like 2 health. Because there's a very real possibility that we take a lot of damage on this boss. This is the hardest boss.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
that is a fan of House of the Dead 1 will recognize this guy. He's the final boss of the first game, Magician. He has an amazing song in this game. The boss fight music for this is so good. This boss you have to type perfectly, or you take damage. And he has a lot of health. Oops, okay. One mistake isn't bad. Okay, 2. Okay, that was a good Magician one. 2 mistakes is fine. During practice history, I actually had a perfect Magician one.
Nice.
It was during a PB that didn't record. And our rank is super low because we got hit twice, so... this will be a very good Magician fight. So yeah, if you're on 1cc pace, this boss may as well just be impossible. It's so hard. You do not get a lot of time to type a lot of those phrases.
Yeah.
I think Magician 2 is actually a lot harder. Like, this phase on 1cc pace is, like, so much worse.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We only have a few more hits left, though. In fact, we have one more hit. Alright, that was a very good Magician fight, actually. I still have 3 credits left. That's yeah, that 3 credits left is a lot more than you're supposed to have. This is another we won't Alt F2 because you actually cannot select the next stage unless you clear stage 5 or if you use a cheat. Okay, 14, good. We won't get a health bonus. And now I can actually do a better health route here because I'm only at 1 health and I have 3 credits, which means I have a ton of room to play around.
Let's go.
Yeah, usually I would anticipate being at like 2 credits, 1 health.
It's like they're inviting me in.
We might be getting a perfect bonus here, though. I attempted in my last PB to intentionally fail words to not get perfects, and it's a lot harder than it sounds. I'm not going to try to do that this time, because chances are I'm just going to get the perfect bonus anyway. Here's where I'm just going to take the hit on this elevator zombie. You would normally take hits here anyway. Yeah, my rank is like super low. Very nice. This is just the game of like tiny optimizations. Because your rank being low saves like, I don't know, half a second on every word. You guys know the mission, we're gonna fail it like usual. There's another luck-based item pickup coming up soon. We're gonna hope that it's a tranquilizer. It could be an extra life though. It's this one. Okay, it was life. Because I would actually like to take some damage right here. I'll probably end up getting a tower question wrong or something, though. Who knows? Which is the type of fish? Okay. You can actually type it after it shows the answer like that. Okay. I don't care about getting that one wrong. Okay, that's a really trolly one. Which one was 5 letters long? 7? Okay.
The noisy one was weird too.
These are very weird questions. Like, this is some of the weirdest set I've gotten. Monkfish! He makes a return! I can't believe I got Monkfish twice. Okay, these guys are probably gonna be... Yeah. My rank is a little high. I guess that's okay, because it means I have a ton of safety for the final boss. Which we are approaching very rapidly. In fact, we have one more mission, and then we're at the final boss. Which I guess is good, because I'll be able to take a game over right at the final boss. Which lowers your rank considerably. I should get a perfect bonus on him, too. Which is good because it's an extra life. Maybe I have to skip this cutscene, though. Because I'm actually on a very good pace right now. So here's our final boss. The bane of your existence if you tried to 1cc this game. This is Emperor. His boss music is good. It's not as good as Magician.
Get it?
I might actually take an intentional hit right here. Yeah, I'll take it right here, because these phrases are extremely hard. Yeah, look at that. Arachnophobia, agoraphobia. Who's going to type that?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a perfect bonus. Your perfect bonus actually depends on your chain as well, like how many in a row you've gotten. You'll get more if you keep chaining them together. We're approaching the second phase of the boss, which is pretty hard. Okay, good. I didn't mess that up. Second phase, bosses come back. I actually probably should have gotten hit by that, but let's see what kind of luck I get. Okay, that's the worst luck, is getting string. I'll take the intentional hit. This is the second worst luck, is getting tower. I had amazing luck in practice on this. Optimally, you would like Judgment every time. We are almost at the end. Hierophant can be pretty bad. And by the end, I mean this is the last 3 phrases. These determine what ending you get. I'm just going to type the first phrase. But we are approaching time when his health bar approaches 0 at the end of...
Nice.
Of this phrase. And that's time. And as I can see from my splits on the side, because I see my best possible time, I'm not going to tab out because that'll actually pause the game. I see that I got a 29:59, which is a new PB.
Oh, wow.
And it's a sub 30. Yeah, I anticipate being off because it's pretty hard to guess the ending.
2 PBs back to back.
There's a sub 30 as well.
Let's go.
I was practicing this last night, and last night was the first time I had PB'd in this game in over 2 years.
In time.
So, oh, we got the normal ending.
Farewell, friends.
Ooh.
The normal ending, Goldman just falls off the building. That's the ending that happens in the House of the Dead 2. There are two other endings. One where he bungee jumps off, lands back up, and burps in your face. And one where he launches himself by farting.
I also like the sound, like the whistle sound as he falls.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Comedic. And the guy with the Dreamcast.
Yeah, so you can type the credits. We don't have the incredible credits that the House of the Dead 2 has, but you can type the credits and it releases zombies and they dance to the stage 2 music. Which I did not compliment at all during the run. The stage 2 music is a remix of the stage 1 theme from the original House of the Dead, and it is fantastic. It is probably the best song in the game. So yeah, I'll play out the credits, because that was an amazing run. I did not anticipate it to go that well. I got fairly good RNG in a lot of places, but also not. I don't know how I saved that much time everywhere. I think I actually saved time by getting more health bonuses, which is not what you want to do.
Zombies dancing is so funny.
Yeah, this is just like they just put something stupid in the game. This whole game is stupid. It's so good.
Yeah. It's fun
And
too.
the localization work that went into this game is like so crazy. They had to translate and like write so many lines. Thank you all these word editors right here in the credits. You did an amazing job in this game. Like the Japanese version's pretty fun, but like the English version is something else entirely. Every playthrough of this game is something so great. It never gets old. Thank you, the House of the Dead team, for making a great series of games. I love the House of the Dead series. I have now, like, as of a while ago, I've 1CC'd every game in the series. Apart from Scarlet Dawn, which wasn't even released at the time that I did those, and Typing 2. There is a sequel to this game. It is Japan only. Japan only, I think, only on the PC as well. And thank you, Smilebit / Wow Entertainment, also for this great game. They did a lot of great stuff at Sega. Curious what kind of score I got, actually. I wonder what it'll rank in. My current #1 score in my leaderboards is actually another marathon run I did that I did for Calithon Halloween. So I wonder where this one ends up. Probably, okay, 6. Yeah, not that high because we're not playing every stage. So yeah, there's Calithon, Speedrun Ragnarok, random ones, and that was the Typing of the Dead.
Nice.
I'm
Good
very
game.
impressed. That was a very good run. I did not anticipate it going that well. But I don't know, the game just gave me everything it could, and I tried to deliver. So thank you to Power Up Pride for having me for these 2 great games. I cannot believe, yeah, I just put a name of a bunch of men who I love in there because I can't think of anything. So I'm like, oh, who's on my mind? Basaraga, okay, he'll go in there. So yeah, 2 great games, 2 great runs. I honestly cannot believe they went the way that they did. I hope everybody enjoyed them. If you like this game, if this game interests you, you can find the PC version in places. This PC version has never gotten ported. It's also on the Dreamcast, if you want to try and find a copy on a Dreamcast keyboard. It has network play on the PC, which I've never tried. I'd really be interested in trying that. There's also Typing the Dead Overkill, which is a version of the House of the Dead Overkill, which has this. It's not as cool as this game, but it still is pretty good. Yeah, I recommend playing this game. It's a very fun speedrun to learn, actually. If you play through this game and you like it, which you'll probably like it,
Yeah.
you can learn the run. It's not hard to learn. The route's very easy to learn. I literally have it written down right here in a text document, which I reference throughout the whole run. But yeah, thank you to Power with Pride for having me for these. Thank you, Petra, for joining me, so I didn't have to go at it alone. It's like Resident Evil 5 or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Resident Evil 5, the same game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be all from us tonight. But stay tuned for more amazing runs in this really, really great marathon. It's been a great time so far.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.